Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first day of the Temtem Early Access launch. Unfortunately, as of right now, there have been some server issues, likely due to the abundance of players, but the team at Crema has been extremely transparent on the matter. They've been updating us regularly on Discord, doing whatever they can to fix the issue. So regardless of that, I figured while all of that gets sorted out, I could pilot my new mini-series on Temtem that explores each of the known Temtem of each type. Essentially, we're going to break down every Temtem that has been confirmed to exist in the game by each type and then give a general overview of each of them. I figured that this would be a good way to introduce everyone to some of the designs and sort of give an idea of which Tems to look out for moving forward. Anyways, with all of that out of the way, what better type to start with than the neutral type? So as of right now, there are 4 known neutral type Temtem, 3 evolutionary lines in total. So first and foremost, let's start with Tataru. Tataru's appearance and personality description reads, the base color of Tataru is white and patches of light blue fur on the arms, legs, and around the eyes. The only area of the body that contains no white is the ears. Tataru's inner ears are navy blue, and it has a short blue antenna dropping from the tips of its ears. The 2 eyes are black and beady, the mouth is curved and not far below the eyes. Tataru has some dark oval shapes on the upper side of both legs. In addition, Tataru are stated to be amazingly tall. Despite their impressive height, Tataru are quite shy and not naturally aggressive, thus they need proper training before battle. Wild Tataru are recognizable for their upright position and sensitive antennae, always alert. Its possible abilities are soft touch, which is actually quite interesting as it makes it so that you can attack a sleep Temtem without waking them up. For more info on how the status effects work, make sure to check out this video. I'll leave a link to it in the description. And resilient, which makes it so that you cannot be knocked out as a result of overexertion, aka running out of stamina. It yields 2 stamina TVs and comes in at 57 inches tall and 134 pounds. Tataru seems to somewhat fill that early game rodent trope that pretty much every Pokemon game has adopted. The difference here is that despite the fact that it is an early game monster, its base stat total is actually quite high, sitting at 474. For those of you who don't know, Temtem base stat totals tend to be quite lower than that of Pokemon despite the 7th stat, due to the fact that SVs go up to 50, unlike Pokemon's 31 IVs, and TVs go up to 1000, unlike Pokemon's 510 EVs. As far as comparisons go, I have yet to see a Temtem with a base stat total higher than 500. The highest I've seen is a water type Temtem with a base stat of 486. That being said, base stat total isn't everything, as the unofficial competitive website known as Temtem Strat puts this Tem in the D ranking, which is the worst ranking you can be in. We won't go deep into the competitive aspect of each Temtem, but it is noteworthy nonetheless. Its design, despite not being too similar, reminds me of Gargomon from Digimon, and I guess it's due to the color scheme and the fact that they're both based off rabbits. I don't know. Next up is the Temtem Valish, or Valash, or Valash. I'm not 100% sure, but its appearance and personality description reads, a fascinating offshoot. Valish is a rare case of a bipedal hybrid, documented only recently. The care with which it keeps its forearm crystals sharpened betrays some sort of primitive sentience. It's a dual type Tem, being neutral and crystal, making it lose its weakness to mental and instead be weak to fire, earth, and melee while resisting electric and toxic. Its possible traits are Scavenger, which will restore 15% of its HP if another Tem is knocked out, and Determined, which prevents negative stat changes. It yields 2 special attack and 2 attack TVs, and comes in at about 72 inches tall and 185 pounds. Its base stat total is 465 and seems to have a higher speed stat with an even attack and special attack. According to Temtem Strat, Valish is an A-rank Temtem, which just goes to show that the raw numbers aren't everything when determining a Tem's usefulness, as the previous Tem had a base stat total in the 470s. Next up is the Temtem Scale, and this Tem marks our last evolutionary line, as there are 2 single stage Tems while Scale has an evolution. As of such, we won't focus too much on its base stats as it's not a fully evolved Temtem. Its appearance and personality description reads, Scale is a squirrel/fox looking Temtem with a reddish brown fur. It walks on all 4s and has a big fluffy tail with a brown pattern on top. It has a dark brown mane and a lighter colored fur on its stomach, around the mouth, eyebrows, and inside the ears. It has 3 dark brown diamond shapes on its forehead, as well as 2 dark brown cigar shaped hairs sticking out from the tips of its ears and 4 on the tips of its tail. Scale has purple eyes. This species of Temtem is notoriously bad-tempered, and tamers need all their skills to handle them. Once tamed, these muscular creatures can deliver powerful tail blows in battle. It's a pure neutral type with access to the abilities Furor, which raises the power of all attacks by 33% when it's at less than 33% health, and Scavenger, which we just spoke about previously. It yields 1 speed TV and comes in at 31 inches tall and 57 pounds. It evolves into the Temtem Scrunch. Scrunch's appearance and personality description reads, Scrunch is a squirrel/fox-like hybrid Temtem that gets around by walking on its hind legs and jumping around on its big fluffy tail. It has light brown fur with lighter parts on its head, feet, stomach, bottom of the side of the tail, and around its eyes and mouth. It has long fur on its cheeks and forehead. There are darker colored snippets of fur on the tips of its ears, ends of the fur on its head, spiky bands around the wrists, and a scarf-like shape around its neck. Its nose is a darker brown. It has purple eyes with a dark stripe beneath them. Unlike their lesser brethren, Scrunch are capable of bipedalism and can even stand on their muscular tails. This evolution allows them to pummel enemies with their massive fists, but it's done nothing to ameliorate their aggressive mood. It's a neutral and melee type Temtem, giving it a 4 times weakness to mental and a 2 times weakness to digital. It resists melee type as well. Its traits are Brawny, which increases the power of all physical attacks by 20%, and Bully, which is quite interesting actually. So basically this ability will cause attacks to inflict 30% more damage when you have more surviving Temtem in battle. So if you have 4 Tems left and your opponent only has 2, Bully activates. It yields 1 HP and 1 speed TV and comes in at 59 inches tall and 80 pounds. So its base stat total is 454, with its highest stat being speed, but also having a relatively balanced HP attack and defense. And according to the Temtem strat, Scrunch is a B tier Temtem. So as of right now, those are the 4 currently known neutral type Temtem. So make sure to let me know what you guys think of them in the comments below, whether it be the designs, the competitive capabilities, etc. I'd love to hear some input. Now with all that being said, make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at GymLeaderEd, and until next time, peace.